Hey, it's Sarah here. Welcome back for another moose and adventure in Disneyland. We have absolutely no plan for the day today. We're just gonna wing it and see what we do. So this is a rare occurrence. I'm actually at the park, almost at Rope Drop. We weren't here quite at Rope Drop. It took us a second longer to drive here than I thought it would, and then it took us a second longer to park than I thought it would, and they weren't running as many trams as they usually do. So, but we did get here, and it is a little bit after 8, and we decided to try our hand at Indiana Jones. We really wanted to see Indiana Jones this morning because he is in the park, and this totally winds around even though this line is not long. And we did see him. We saw him on top of the Jungle Cruise. Unfortunately, he was not down where we could do a character meet and greet. This is a good and a bad thing because I forgot our autograph book today. So we're gonna have to come back a different time and get his picture. And this is running around like crazy. So we decided to go on the Indiana Jones ride since we just saw Indiana. Super stoked. This line winds around for days, because they are anticipating this line to be a lot longer later in the day. But for right now, even though we didn't hit Rope Drop, there's not really a line. So that line twisted and turned enough that we twisted and turned ourselves out of the little bit of the line that there was, and there's no lightning lane, so we're gonna go right into it. There is absolutely nothing better that I like in the park than coming out here, walking out of Indiana Jones when it's not crowded. There's still nobody in the Indiana Jones queue, and you can hear the jungle sounds playing, and it's a magical feeling just being here this early in the morning. It's a totally different feel than coming at night, although the lines are really similar if you rope drop or if you close out the park, just because there's something magical about being the only person. That being said, it's the perfect time to take a relaxing morning cruise around the jungle.
Water for an awfully long time. You know, it just goes to show, if you stay in the water for too long, you become an elemental.
Wowie kabowie. So we did Indiana Jones, we've done Jungle Cruise, just walked by Indiana Jones queue on our way to Pirates. Indiana Jones is now saying it's 50 minutes, 50. I guess as part of that is that now that it's 9 o'clock, other people have had breakfast and are starting to roll into the park. And I have a feeling that some of the Lightning Lane people are now starting to come into lines, which with that Genie Plus, which also makes a difference because that makes the regular line a lot slower. Just a theory though. We are not going on Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is down. Apparently those pirates have slept in this morning. So I think we are gonna head on down to Haunted Mansion and Winnie the Pooh. This is a view you don't normally see. There is nobody down around the rivers of America right now, and here comes a duck. Good morning, little duck. He's all by himself looking for his breakfast. And all the little baby ducks are out for their little morning swim. Oh, there was one right by the duck, but I missed it. That little duck is lost. Where did he go? There's more ducks out here. There are so many ducks out here right now. They are so cute. Good morning, little ducklings. Here comes the second little group, right behind the first one. These are a little bit older than the first group. That is so fun. So one group, two groups. It's like the big brothers and sisters are following the little ones. Oh my goodness, look at them dive. They're so cute. Did he get anything? I cannot tell. Bottoms up, little duck. Bottoms up. We have made it to Haunted Mansion. I have not checked the app for wait times at all, but it says 13 minutes. Fun fact, Haunted Mansion is the only one that I'm aware of that when there is no line and it's a walk-on, it will just go to 13 minutes. The other ones will say like 5, but in a Haunted Mansion, it says 13. Anybody guess why? Let me know in the comments. So far, this morning has consisted of a whole lot of lines, but not a whole lot of waiting. All of these queues are set up to be able to handle crowds later on in the day. But that just means we go back and forth and we never actually wait in line. We just get right on. So this is a tip for you. If you end up rope dropping and you realize that some of the rides do have a line like Indiana Jones, skip it. and go do lines that you can walk on and circle back around later on in the day for some of those lines that are already long. Take advantage of no lines. Don't wait in the lines that already have a line.
But
Rise of the Resistance typically has a line. Indiana Jones already has the line. Don't look up Space Mountain, but like I said, just skip those for now. They'll still have a line later on in the day, but they have a line now. So, like I said, hit as many rides as you can get before that line.
Stellar betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
Normally, I would not go to Winnie the Pooh at this point in the day because Winnie the Pooh typically does not have a long line. Like if that wait is over like 15 or 20 minutes, do not do it. Skip it, come back later. Because usually you can get on under 10 minutes. Lots of times it's just a walk on, especially now with Splash Mountain being transitioned to Tiana's Bayou Adventure because there's not a whole lot down on this side of the park. But since we don't really have any agenda and we don't really have any plan, we decided that we're going to see how many of the rides we can get on this side of the park. So we are in fact going to go on Winnie the Pooh, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh right now. We are literally the only people in this entire line. There is not one person ahead of us. There are 3 people behind us. It's kind of awesome.
Blustery day in the holiday home. A little bear named Winnie set off in search of honey.
Happy Wednesday! Happy Wednesday! Happy Hooray! Happy birthday! Hooray!
Pooh Bear is leaving. If you like characters, this is a great time of day to see the characters because there is nobody waiting in line. What a great day. If you're paying any attention at all, I actually did my intro after we got in the park, like way in the park. We've now been on 3 rides. That's because I think I was so excited on going Indiana Jones and finding him and going on the Indiana Jones ride before the ride happened that I forgot to do an intro. But we're well on our way on our day now with no plan. I usually try to have some kind of a plan when I come into the parks, but it's sometimes really nice to not have anything planned and just be able to go with the flow. It's really relaxing this way, especially if you come early in the morning. If you don't have a rigid agenda, sometimes your day can go better because things can happen that are unexpected, like rides being down, and if you have like really set in time what time you want to go do things, it doesn't always work out the way you want to, and then it can kind of blow your day. So far this has been super relaxing, not hectic, really empty on this side of the park. Pirates is now in fact open and it's about a 35-minute line. Was not anticipating it to be that long, although I guess it doesn't surprise me since it was down most of the morning. I say most of the morning, I don't even think it's 10 o'clock yet. But because of that, I think everybody that was like waiting to go on Pirates is like, oh, it's open now, let's go. So we are going to go on Haunted Mansion. We already went on Haunted Mansion. We're gonna go over to Big Thunder and ride Big Thunder. I love roller coasters, but I can't do them when it gets hot during the day because sometimes they make me motion sick. So we're gonna hit that right now. So we're gonna go to Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, granted, that'll put us having gone on everything in Adventureland and Winnie the Pooh by, I guess Big Thunder is probably considered Frontierland, but by probably, I'm gonna guess about 10:30 by the time we got on Pirates, because it says it's about a 30-minute wait. Now that being said, if I was gonna try to hit every single ride in the park, I don't think I would do it this way. I'd do it more like we did it the other morning, and I'll put a link to that video in the description. That I'd start with all the big rides. I'd Space Mountain, Indiana Jones, Big Thunder, because those ones are ones that come afternoon will be over an hour wait. But we're not doing it that way, and I'm not planning on going on every single ride in the park today. So we are gonna go over to Pirates of the Caribbean right now. That was in fact probably about 30 minutes. I didn't time it, but I know when we were going in it was about 10:30 and it's 11 now. So that's a nice ride though because it's cool, it's air conditioned. I think we're gonna leave early today. I think our plan is to only stay into the parks until like probably 1 o'clock. If I was staying later in the day, knowing that that line was already 30 minutes anyway, I would definitely save Pirates to be an afternoon ride because it is so nice. It's a long ride, it's cold, and it's just a really good place to go when you're tired and hot. Indiana Jones is now, I don't know, it doesn't say, it's actually closed. Indiana Jones is one that does seem to break down frequently. That's funny, when we went on Jungle Cruise, we basically-ish walked on, now it's saying 30 minutes. So the times in the park are definitely getting busier. As the day goes on, it's also getting hotter, which makes just everything just seems to go slower when you're hot, at least it does for me. So with lines and stuff, it might seem like it's longer than it actually is. So make sure before you're getting into these lines, that if you're gonna be in a line that's in the sun, that you grab water. Go to one of the places, get a cup of ice, get a cup of water, because there's nothing worse than being hot, tired, grumpy, waiting in a line in the sun. Headed towards Fantasyland. We'll see what we can do over there. I'm thinking probably Snow White, Peter Pan, or not Peter Pan. Peter Pan's always long. That's one that I probably would have rope dropped, like if we'd gone to Fantasyland first. So I think we're gonna do Snow White, Pinocchio, maybe Casey Jr.'s Train. We'll see what it looks like when we get over there.
Wait, can we go to the princess?
We are going to go to Snow White first. This line says it's 25. We'll see if that's what holds true or not.
And don't we ask, watch those precious children of yours? By the way now, escuchen, para que tengan un viaje seguro, permanezcan sentados.
That was fun. I haven't been on Snow White in a while. I like the way they redid it, although I really missed the part where the evil queen was turns to you and like tries to hand you the apple. And that was fun. I think it was about a 30-minute wait. We did rethink Pinocchio. Pinocchio has a crazy long line. Casey Jr.'s has a really long line. I think we're gonna jet into the Red Rose Tavern and get something to drink. All right, even It's a Small World is saying 30 minutes. And that just kind of hurts me in my soul unless it's like the holidays time and it's done up for, I don't know what it's called, the Merry Christmas Small World. I can't think what it's called, doesn't matter right now. But so I'm not willing to wait in that line. And Lion King, we're coming up on it. I guess it would have been easier to look in the app, but oh, they do have shows today. It looks like there's one at 12:15. I don't know if we'll stay and see that or not. I was really hoping they'd have one around 11, but it is playing today. And in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna head into Toontown, sit down at one of those picnic places and call it a day. Thanks for watching today and joining me for another Moose and Adventure. I'll see you real soon.